Okay, it looks like we are live. So welcome to episode number 3, officially the 4th one, on the topic of the Manipura Mondays Magic and Miracles theme that I started a few weeks ago. And if in case you're new here, warm welcome. In case you're returning, welcome back. I'm so happy that you found your way here, and thank you for stopping by. So today I wanted to, as promised, because I know I mentioned it in one of the previous videos, talk about, excuse me, talk about the physical and emotional aspects and a little bit of the energetic, if you will, of the Manipura, aka core star, aka solar plexus chakra, which is what the intention of this series was all about. Before I dive into that, though, I have some kind of big, crazy news, and I wanted to give you a heads up. So, in case you're new to my world, I want to just let you know, in full transparency, that I am a multi-passionate, multifaceted, creative, visionary soul and leader. I consider myself a trailblazer of light, a movement maker, a change maker, a wave maker, a love leader, all the things. And something that I am really a stand for, that I'm stepping into more and more for myself, and I hope to inspire and be maybe a role model for others who might be feeling some of the same, and whether or not it applies to, a YouTube channel or not, really the essence of what I want to share is like this permission slip to really follow the feel-good energies, follow what makes you come alive, and be the person who is willing to go first, is willing to not only break the rules, but make the rules, because this is a big part of what the Dark Horse movement, and this is what we're going to get into here in a moment. And you can see that book back there, by the way, highly recommend it. The Dark Horse movement, which is really something that's been on my heart for some time. It's near and dear to my heart, and it feels like that spark, that flame is getting bigger and stronger. And so I'm really feeling called to shift gears a little bit after we wrap things up with today's conversation on the physical aspects of the solar plexus, aka Manipura chakra, is to really dive into the Dark Horse movement and what it means, what I mean by the Dark Horse movement, and at the end of the day, who it's for and how to know, like, if you are a Dark Horse and you're meant to be part of this movement, and how it can help you to really create more success, more fulfillment, more freedom on your terms. When you fully own the gifts and the wisdom, and maybe even receive the Dark Horse star codes that I channel to help you really elevate you to your next level in your business, your soul-led business, if that applies, your work, career, relationships, your body, your health, your life. And yeah, so I'm going to chat a little bit more about that. And what I think I'm going to do is actually break this up into 2 videos so that it's not confusing, down the line in terms of evergreen. So today I'm just going to chat about the Manipura physical organ system correlation and why it's important for you to really do the work to activate and open up the energy flow in this area. Of course, all of them, as I mentioned before, all of the chakras from the crown down, from the ground up, however you want to look at it, are important. And certainly the foundational first two chakras are going to also create the foundation for your Manipura. Okay, that is a given. But what I want to really focus on today for today's conversation for the for the intent of this series is to talk about, again, the organ systems and the emotions that are associated with those organ systems and why you really want to do this work. So just to start off with a quick little kind of personal share, it's not really a story, but I want you to know that everything I'm sharing with you is stuff that I actually practice and do for myself. And the reason I share it is because it's something that's helped me or my clients, right? And so recently, I had a new transmission coming through called Fear into Fire. And I had this transmission. When I say transmission, I am a channel. And so this process, which is part energetic activation, part guided breath work, part a little bit of somatic awareness in, my own unique way, came through about a week or so ago. I can't remember exactly when. Anyway, I have been doing it regularly since then, especially when I'm having like fears or resistance come up. And, I'm being transparent with you in that because I am at a place on my journey that I'm really up leveling in a lot of ways and experiencing massive energetic upgrades behind the scenes, personally, professionally, all the ways. It is also bringing up a lot of fears and resistance along the way, and which is normal. And so using this tool, having this awareness and using this tool and this practice has been truly priceless because it's helped me day to day navigate the fears, the doubts, the resistance that have been coming up with all of the moves that I've been making, right? The big moves that I'm making behind the scenes, to navigate all those things with way more ease and grace. I'm not saying the fear or the doubt doesn't completely 100% go away, but it allows me to continue moving forward from a place of more confidence and courage and certainty and conviction. I hope that makes sense. And this is where that Manipura, that solar plexus, is so important, as I shared in my previous videos, which, by the way, if you haven't watched the previous 3 in this series, you may want to check them out because the conversation has kind of been building on each other. And, anyway, so, I just want to take a breath because I'm a little excited today. Got a lot going on behind the scenes. And what I want to invite you to do is to go ahead and take a breath with me too. Let's go ahead and receive three gorgeous breaths together in through the nose. Holding at the top. And when you're ready, exhaling through the mouth. Exhaling, releasing. 2 more in through the nose. Calling yourself back home on that in-breath. Allowing your energy body now to rest below the level of your eyes and gently leaning against, taking up residence in your spine, your core channel. Beautiful job. And as you exhale, releasing any old stale energies that no longer serve. Let's take a one more breath together, allowing yourself to receive this life-giving force energy in through the nose. Holding at the top for as long as you comfortably can, perhaps even placing the tongue at the roof of your mouth and just hold for a little bit longer. And when you think you can't hold it any longer, take another sip. Hold. And then when you're ready, exhaling, emptying, surrendering to this precious present now moment here together, right now, right here with me. Beautiful job. Before we come back, because this just feels so good, feels so incredible, I'm going to invite you to place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And just notice. Be a compassionate, curious, neutral, non-judgmental observer. And notice what is here for you now. Maybe you're noticing some emotions or feelings showing up for you that perhaps you've been keeping busy to avoid. Maybe you're noticing some physical sensations and perhaps even take a little body scan from the crown down to just observe. Observe maybe anywhere your body wants a little stretch or to move. Notice any areas of tightness, tension, constriction. Just take it all in, be that neutral observer, gathering information like a detective. Beautiful job. Notice any sounds you might be hearing in the background or even voices in your head. Notice any images that might be showing up. Maybe an event or a person. Just take a few more moments to notice and be with what is receiving the information in a way that is natural for you, whether you feel it, hear it, see it, sense it, taste it, or smell it, or just know in your being. However you receive energy, just trust and know that what you are receiving, what you are noticing, is true for you. Beautiful. And if there's something right now in this moment that's on your heart, some particular thing that could be perceived as a worry, a challenge, an obstacle, take a moment to acknowledge that thing. And if you want, even give it like a voice and allow it to kind of be seen and witnessed. Allow that energy to simply be without making yourself wrong for it. Allow that energy to move. In whatever way it wants to. Maybe it is moving as a particular physical sensation throughout your body. Maybe it is again showing up as certain images in your mind. Just give it some space and grace to just simply be. And the more you can be present with what is, without trying to judge, fix, or change any of it, simply notice how it begins to shift on its own. And depending on the thing, you may want to hang out here longer, maybe pause the video and simply stay in this place and space. Or if you're ready to come back to me, I'm going to invite you to slowly rub your hands together, creating the heat between your palms. Feel that beautiful golden ball of light. Ooh, beautiful. And then take that ball of light and cover your eyes to receive the blessings. Slowly allowing the light through between the cracks of your fingers, bringing your hands down to your heart. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me with that. I wasn't planning that, but I'm trusting that because it wanted to come through, that it somehow served you. And that speaks to the power of the present moment, right? The horses are such masters of teaching us this art of being present. And so when we can practice and cultivate this for ourselves, so much can change. Something that I do with my clients is invite them or give it to them as a homework or a challenge or however you want to call it, to literally spend 5 minutes a day just doing what we just did. You can save this video, you can come back to it, and just be present with what is. And if you can commit to doing this for 5 minutes a day, at least once a day, maybe twice a day, whatever feels right to you, but for at least 21 to even 30 days in a row, watch how things change for you. So, and maybe you just noticed, even for myself, like my energy beforehand was a little bit more excitable, was a little bit more, not as grounded or centered as I feel now. Perhaps you can notice that. So this is going on a little bit longer than I planned. And like I said, that just wanted to come through, but I do want to really, again, wrap up this Manipura Magic and Miracle series for you by really letting it land in your body and talking about the physical organ systems that are involved with our Manipura. So I'm going to just stand up for a moment because I want to show you the area here. So we're talking about our, oops, move that chair back. Okay, so I have my sternum here and my belly button here. And literally we are talking about this area between the sternum and the belly button, okay? And so on the right-hand side, we have our liver below that rib, and then we have our stomach and our spleen and our pancreas on the left-hand side. And so those organ systems, and then our small intestine, and in the back, we have our kidneys and our adrenals. So these organ systems are all included in the solar plexus energy center or Manipura chakra. Why am I telling you this? For a number of reasons. When I weave in and bring in my background in traditional Chinese medicine and the five elements, something that was fascinating to me when I learned it back in the day was that the different organ systems are actually associated with different emotions. And so, as you've likely heard, our emotions are energy in motion. So when we can learn the art of what I like to call emotional agility and ultimately mastery, where we are simply moving the energy through our bodies in a healthy, helpful way, and ultimately channeling that energy into something, good, better for our goals and our desires, right? Turning fear into fire. And by the way, if you would like a process that I downloaded, channeled, called Fear into Fire. It's actually a 2-part audio bundle that I am just for this month, for the month of December, depending on when you're seeing this video, 'tis the season, right? It's the holidays. If you would like a free access to that audio bundle, which is currently available for sale in my Dark Horse Magic Boutique, check out the box below and I'll let you know how you can get it for free. Okay, I don't want to spend time talking about that here, but it's a really powerful process that I've been doing myself almost every day for the past week or so. And it's really been helping me move through a lot of the resistance and doubt and fears that have been coming up as I've been stretching my comfort zone in so many different ways behind the scenes. And we're not going to get into that now. But often fear and anxiety can actually live in your belly, your stomach. Have you ever gotten a knot in your stomach, right? Of fear or anxiety? And worry also, and doubt, overwhelm, all of these emotions are often going to be, if we don't learn again how to move the energies instead of suppressing them or avoid feeling them, or just even being so disconnected, where we're just not even aware, right? When we don't move those energies, what can happen is over time they can build up and get stuck and then create stagnation or energetic blocks in our bodies, in those particular organ systems, in that energy center. Okay, and so the kidneys are about fear, right? Deep-rooted insecurity. Our liver is going to be dealing with anger, resentment, frustration. And when our liver is not functioning optimally, we don't handle or manage stress well, right? So fully starting to see here a little bit of a connection on why it's so important to not only learn how to move the energies and master your emotions again in a healthy way, where you're not doing a spiritual bypass. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. Through presence, which we just did, you can add in guided breath work, which again, in the processes that I just mentioned, would help you to implement or practice that. You can start shifting the energies in there and open up your energy center. And when you do this, not only is your health going to be better, but on an emotional, spiritual level, in terms of the Manipura, we are talking about your self-concept, your self-esteem, your sense of self and your self-sovereignty. really, at the end of the day. And so if you're someone who is maybe empathic or sensitive, which I'm raising my hand, right? It's so important for us to learn how to manage our energy and be self-sovereign and not be, a sponge taking on everyone else's stuff, right? So important, this energy center, for so many reasons. So anything else? And also, again, the anger and the frustration, resentment, like if for as someone who for years was dealing with a lot of suppressed anger and rage from some of my past traumas, that was a really important area for me to work on. And there's still layers, right? Like, I want you to know I'm still a work in progress. There are like ancestral and lineage things that have been coming to the surface lately that that I thought I worked on, but at a whole new level. As they say, new level, new devil, right? So we're all on the journey. And what I know for sure is that I am someone who is here to be the best version of myself that I can be. And I'm showing up every day in the best possible ways to do that for myself, knowing that that is rippling out to my loved ones, to my animals, to my horse, my dog, my partner, my clients, and those I'm meant to serve at a larger scale. And so having the awareness around creating the confidence, the courage, the self-esteem within yourself to take the aligned action that your soul is calling you to do is really a priceless gift and tool and practice and art. And so I want to encourage you, if you haven't already, to really explore, and I'm sure there are plenty of videos on YouTube as well that you can research, explore ways to activate your solar plexus chakra. Now, there's some simple things that we haven't talked about, like you can wear clothing or underwear or socks or eat foods that are like yellow or gold, like I have some gold beets that I picked up instead of the red, right? The red is going to be the root chakra, and then the orange is going to be our sacral, and then the solar plexus is going to be the yellow, right? The sun. So that's one way that you can start to activate it, using color therapy, if you will. And again, eating foods that are that color, your bananas, again, I picked up gold beets for some reason. They were really calling to me recently, so I've been eating them. What else is yellow? At the top of my head, I can't think of any more yellow foods besides bananas and gold beets. But anyway, if you can think of some, share it down below. But for me, the most powerful thing that I have found personally to really activate this is intentional breath work, intentional guided breath work, where we are creating that breath of fire, igniting our inner soul fire, which again, the process that I have will take you through. And specifically, the Kundalini breath of fire, which really is, for me, activating that lower belly, below the belly button. So for me, it kind of primes things when I do that. And then the Kapalabhati, which is more focused right below the sternum, is going to target more so the higher level of the solar plexus, with your liver, with your stomach, can help with digestion, with detoxing, weight loss, and more. And of course, all of the emotional pieces that I was mentioning. So I hope that you found this helpful. I've gone on longer than I was planning to, so I'm going to wrap this up. And if you did receive value, thank you so much in advance for your support by doing the things with the buttons, liking, sharing, subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to leave any comments or feedback around your greatest takeaway, or if you have any questions about anything I shared. And again, if you want my Fear into Fire 2-part audio bundle, which is available for sale in my Dark Horse Magic Boutique, if you would like it for free as my gift for you for stopping by in December, in the month of December 2024. After that, this offer will be off the table. But if you would like to get that for free, you will find out how to do that in the box below as my gift to you. So I'm going to wrap it up. I will see you in the next video where we are going to kick off the Dark Horse movement conversation. And yeah, until then, ciao for now. Namaste. Bye.